Okay, so healing my past, healing from my past, continuation. The last one got stopped short, like most of them do. But yeah. So just a lot of crazy stuff. I'm kind of in the process of at this time, and this is summer of 2019. I'm in the process of moving into this house, and stuff is going on with this girl that I am uh, in love with, I guess. And we're even talking about marriage. And it was just crazy. We had a whole cast of characters and friends who were supporting us and all this stuff. And I do not remember a lot of the chronology. This was such a crazy time. I don't remember a lot of the chronology. It was just crazy. But I'm trying to be accurate here. Trying to be accurate, you know. But let's see. So she and I and our friend Dave will go down to the marina. This is after Fred at the marina had sent Lady Laura packing. Yeah, and I would go down there and hang out with him and with my friend Dave, and now this girl was there all the time too, and everything. And we're hanging out. We just did everything together and rode around and everything like that. Eventually, one of my close family members got involved in this group, and again, I'm not gonna name names to protect the innocent, but that family member ends up coming to this side of the state and visiting me and visiting my friends and meeting my friends and everything and just having a great time. And we're like, yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome, right? And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. And then like we're hanging out and it's in the evening, and then this family member comes to me and is like, this is the stab of betrayal, by the way, the wound of betrayal. This family member comes to me and says, yeah, it's just like talking to me, and I don't understand exactly what is going on, except for I have an overall feeling that things are going to be okay no matter what happens. Everything's going to be fine. I don't have anything to worry about, right? Don't have anything to worry about, right? Well, he basically proceeds to tell me. I can't remember exactly what he told me, how this went down, but I remember the gist of it. And so this might be kind of inaccurate, but it is at least semi-accurate because what was actually the gist of what happened happened. And it was basically, oh, by the way, she doesn't really like you anymore, and she doesn't really want to be with you anymore, and blah, blah, blah. And it was also, I can't remember if he told me this or not, or if I just kind of found it out afterwards, but I figured it out really quick. She wanted to be with that person instead, my close family member. And so I took it all as, wow, she just stabbed me in the back so hard. And not only that, she convinced my family member to come do the dirty work for her. And I was like, this is so freaking gross and horrible. This is sick. I was so frustrated. I was like, what? It's like, wait a minute. My significant other in my friend group conspired against me to kick me out of the group and also inform me that my relationship is over and my girl is now going to be with my close family member instead. And I'm sitting here going, what? 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 This is the biggest, like, I had never seen this coming before in my life. I couldn't comprehend it. But, so that's happening. And, so I'm trying to talk to this family member and convince him, like, dude, you don't want to get involved with her. This is a bad idea. Look what she just did to me. Doesn't this tell you about who she is? I mean, look what she just did to me. And he's listening to me and he's like, yeah, that's right, yeah. And we're back at the house I'm trying to move into, and surprisingly, her and my friends come back there to stay as well, because of course she was with me beforehand. And where else is everyone going to stay? Now everybody's here. Now we're all in each other's grill in this house after everything that happened. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not comprehending this. I'm not comprehending this. I'm not comprehending this. This is insane. And just a whole bunch of stuff happened, and it was crazy, and all that stuff happened. And my friend John was there for me, and explained he knew this person as well, and all just crazy times. I'm going to cut to the chase here. So I end up moving out of that house, moving away from General Lee. And where did I go? I moved into the boat that Lady Laura was on with Fred. I lived on that boat with Fred. Not in the same boat with him, but one of his boats in the same marina with him. And under the premise, that I was going to help him with the boat, with repairing it, restoring it, cleaning it out, fixing it up. And I kept up my end of the deal, doing that, working hard, and just all that stuff. And here we are. And now she is gone. That significant other is gone. I don't know where she's at. I don't really care at this point. And I feel so betrayed by my friends and so confused. And my friends seem to have no sympathy for me at all. None. And I guess I kind of deserved it in a way because I kind of stole her from one of my friends myself, which is pretty bad. And so I guess I guess I got what I deserved. But it was crazy. And so I'm living on this boat now, and things are kind of quiet, and I'm just working at this crystal store with my friend John, and he's trying to inspire me to put myself out there, to not be so negative, to not be down, but to look at life with a new lens and look at life with a greater perspective of things, right? And trying to be positive and all this stuff. And yeah, so this girl comes into the store one time, and this is the next chapter of my life, and don't know how I'm going to fit this in, but she's older than me, just like Jen was, and we have things in common, and John is trying to like encourage me to like talk to her. He's like, hey, you should talk, you should try to get her number, don't you think? Don't you try to get her number? She's trying to encourage me and everything. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. So I end up talking to her, and I've been getting her number and talking to her and everything, and texting her a bit and stuff like that. And actually, it ended up convincing her to come out to the store, which was right across the street from a restaurant, and the water. It was really pretty there. It was just a really cool place. So me and John would hang out there after work and just kind of chill, and it was great. And so she comes out and talk to her and everything, and then we convince her to maybe go next door and get something to eat, and we're all us three, and we do that. I'm talking to her and everything, and get to know her a little bit more, and she seems pretty cool. She seems like she's like a little insecure about something. She's got some insecurities, like she's like yeah, ha ha ha, but she has this side that's just like I don't know, I don't know, I'm a little insecure. And I was like, that's really cute, you know. Anyway, it turns out that she was a recovering alcoholic, and she had 7 kids, and she was like 43. And again, I'm like 29 or 30, something like that at this point. And and I ended up getting involved with her, talking with her, and coming to her house and visiting her and hang out with her, playing guitar, all this stuff. And I kind of did the same thing again, and that was staying with her like I did with Jen. And this turned into be a really big mistake. This turned into a bigger mistake than doing that with Jen, and it proved to be my complete undoing. And also what ended up sending me in the direction of salvation, if that makes sense. So I ended up getting involved with her, and I kind of left Fred hanging on the boat, and I ended up staying there with her and all this stuff, moving in slowly but surely, and I guess love bombing her. That was her accusation. I don't know if that's what I did, but I don't know. I was just like, oh my gosh, I just think you're so amazing. Oh my gosh, I love you. Like, wasn't saying like I love you like that, but I was like, basically like that's what my actions were saying. Like, I want to hang out with you. I want to be with you. I want to, see you whenever I can. I want to do this, that, the other, all that. And this was just a terrible, terrible thing. Terrible thing. And I ended up moving in with her and staying with her, and it ended up being a complete nightmare. And it ended up being a really, really horrible time. This is like into the end of the summer of 2019. I told you, we're still in 2019. All of this stuff that I've explained in this video and in the last video all happened in 2019. And so once again, I'm trying to get my business going. She convinced me to quit Inner Equinox. I did that. And so now I don't have a job at all. And I'm just staying there. And how am I paying my bills? Oh, I don't know. Just whatever, I guess. Just whatever. I don't know. I honestly don't know how I'm doing anything. I honestly don't know how I'm making money at all. I do not know what the future holds at all. And I'm just here trying to make my Orgonite pyramids. And she's trying to do what she needs to do. She's trying to be successful too, and she has all these entrepreneurial ideas, stuff like that. Anyway, long story short, she relapses into alcoholism. She becomes super abusive. My car gets repossessed, and I'm stuck at her house, hours from home, with no real way to get there. And so I start using my mom's broken down jalopy van and borrowing that, and it's just so unreliable and dangerous to use and not meant for long road trips and etc., but I was using it. And I'm with her, and one day we decide to drive into town for whatever reason, just doing whatever. We've just been doing life constantly, just doing life. And then she's like, okay, well, here's the deal. We're gonna either go into this store, and I'm gonna do this, and this, or we're gonna go to the courthouse and get married. And I'm sitting here going, this is my life right now. You know, this is my life. I'm sitting here going, I don't know what I should do. But at this point, I'm so lost. I'm basically like, let's get married, you know? Because I'm thinking like, well, if we get married, things will be better. Because then we'll be doing things right. We won't be living in sin. You know, it'll be legit. And then we can work on all these problems, and we can clean up all these aspects, or we can clean up all these issues. Wrong. Marriage does not do that. Marriage does not solve problems. It doesn't solve problems like that. It's not the answer to your problems. You know what I mean? And so, but we got married anyway. And so life is just crazy. Life is crazy, rough, insane. And I find out she's abusive, and all this stuff's happening, and we have her son move in with her. We have a Airbnb that's living there. We have all this stuff, chaos going on all the time. She's up in the middle of the night drunk. All this stuff's going on. She's abusive. She's throwing my stuff out the window. She's hitting me in the face, locking me out of the house in the winter, in the cold. I'm sleeping in a van in the winter, and I had a heater and an electric heater and an extension cord, and as I'm locked out of the house in the middle of the night, and she's inside drunk off her mind with like all kinds of demons running amok in her, let's just say, I'm in the van with this electric heater trying not to freeze to death to try to get through the night. She comes out of the house, says, what the is this? Rips the cord out the wall, rips the heater through the window, and is freaking out. And I get out of the back of the van where I was laying down and get up into the driver's seat, and I'm sitting there talking to her, and she's like, yeah, I'm sitting there talking to her, all right. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of talking. It's impossible to talk to someone when they're drunk. It's impossible to talk to someone when they're out of their mind. And she was both. And she just hauls off and hits me in the face out of nowhere. Like, just, what? And I'm just so, like, this is just nuts, right? And she also has, like, her teenage daughter living at home as well. This is just insane. And who I've tried to keep the peace with. I have no problem with her, but I'm trying to, like, I'm like a shell of a person. I'm so broken down and worn down at this point. And so, at one point, she goes to go back into the house, and I'm going behind her because I want to get in the house. I don't want to be outside in the cold anymore, you know? And I'm not like, oh yeah, I want to force my way in the house. I wasn't like that. I was like, dude, like, I'm trying to get in the house, you know? And I'm coming in there, I'm walking behind her, and she locks me out again, and I'm so discouraged, and I'm walking back to the van, discouraged and defeated, and she comes back, and then she comes after me, and then she won't leave me alone. She's like, blah, 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 comes at me, and she's like reaching out to me to get a hold of me, to pull on me, or to hit me, or do something like that. And I turn around, and I lost my temper. I turned around, and I pushed her so hard. Like as hard as I could, like, get away from me, you know? And she like slid and fell down in the gravel and like scuffed her knee or whatever, scuffed her elbow. And then she was like screaming for her daughter to call the police and everything. And I was just like, oh my freaking gosh. And I just get in the car and in the van and leave. And so, yeah, nightmare city, to say the least. This is probably the craziest this is the craziest that I went through. That night was the craziest that I've been through. That was the craziest night I've been through. So anyway, once again, unfortunately, I have to cut this short. My cousin's here. We're going to get dinner. So anyway.